Yo, 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 yo. I should put that on repeat, shouldn't it? I bet everybody like, he always saying yo, yo, yo. But it's because I like that. It's like a yo, 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 like a yo, yo, yo. Y'all don't know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you feel me? You're not in the need to know. So that means you don't need to know. But no, I just really love is my way of making sure you know who talking and who coming and the man that is on the scene today. And that's KC, the One Piece Master Incorporation's boss. So now I'm taking a quick swerve. Lately, past videos I've been talking about my straw hats and not just their power level, but just overall stuff. Somebody told me the other day they was like, I listened to your video, you just be jumping everywhere. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I do that from time to time. I could be talking about this one person, but then I'm gonna just go off and talk about this. But everything I talk about within my videos always wrapping around that person and what I kind of feel about them and where they gonna go in the future and this and that. So I'm gonna take that same perspective, but we ain't gonna be necessarily talking about a person, but we're gonna be talking about a couple people right now on this one. I want to initially talk about the SSG in One Piece, this new force that was supposed to replace the warlords. And on part of that, I kind of want to, I might be saying this even more later on, but I kind of want to go ahead and make this a point of in the earlier video, I forget which one. Yeah, if you when you're on my scene and you with me, and you finally watching my videos, you can tell me which one it was. But I had already said like, you feel me, when I the way I look at it in this One Piece world, when I'm looking at it, is kind of look like the pirates is a little bit above the young. I mean, the pirates is a little bit above the Marines. Like I said, that it kind of looked to me like you could take certain Yonko commanders, people who wasn't even in charge of being pirates, and you could take them to defeat a certain admirals or maybe even a couple, like depending on how strong they are. Like if you told me Ben Beckman could beat two admirals, I would not be mad at you. I wouldn't be hating you on you for that. No, I would believe it. That wouldn't be so far fetched to me. Now I don't think he could just take on all three, but if you say he beat two high diff, I'm with you all the way. I would believe that. So when I speak on that, I speak like, you feel me. It always looked to me like when you really look at the realness of it, even in One Piece, it's like, you feel me. They would have to send almost everybody, including the three admirals, plus probably CP0 and all these other different kind of stuff after one Yonko just to try to take them down, hoping that they even take them down. Then like one Yonko, if you told me Kaido beat all three albums, I wouldn't, and he only used half his strength, I would not be mad at you. If you told me Big Mom beat all three albums, and okay, I ain't gonna say half her strength, but maybe high diff win, I would not be mad at that. That's not something that sounds far fetched to me. That's the power. That's how powerful the Yonko are, and that's why I'm talking about this SSG, because this kind of, it showed to me when I thought about it, like when I kind of think about it, them creating the SSG and getting rid of the warlords and all that. And then I thought about it, like, damn, what was the warlord's purpose? And then I figured it was for balance between the world. And then I thought about it, like, and you're gonna keep on like, oh, well, okay, what did you think about? Well, listen, y'all should know. Um the world, okay, I'm trying to put this in perspective because I'm looking at it and it blew my mind when I kind of pieced it apart. The world government made the warlords because of what, y'all? Because of balance. Because if it was just the world government and the Yonko would probably take over the world, y'all. I'm just keeping it honest in my own perspective. You know, everybody got their different opinions. But if it's me and my mom thinking, if it's just world government and then a bunch of pirates, like, it would only take for maybe two Yonkos get together, go attack Marineford, take it down, decimate it. You know they would go after the celestial dragons, and I, I I'm pretty sure it's people on Luffy crew, Kaido crew. It's people on plenty of those crews who can beat people in CP9, CP0. Like I do not doubt two Yonkos could take over the whole entire world and throw the whole world in chaos, and that's why they don't even want two Yonkos to team up. That's why Big Mom and Kaido getting on the same team is such a big deal. I honestly believe, yeah, two Yonkos take over the world. Damn, if you don't stop them, it's going to be a problem. I believe that. So how do you counteract that? You have another force that's with you. You feel me? That you can counteract against that. But the one problem about the warlords, which I seen this coming a long time ago, well before all this came, I've been called this. This wasn't on YouTube though, because I wasn't never posting no videos. I wish I did though, but I called this like the warlords are still pirates. And at the end of the day, you giving them free reign to do whatever they want to do, so long as they listen to you. But they still pirates, and like even if they might listen to you, they still pirates. So they might betray you too. Like they still got their own underhanded techniques. We don't even got to speak on crocodile and no flamingo. Like, come on, man, we ain't got to even speak on people who we already know like use their power to abuse. You feel me? So I understand that the world government wanted a force that they control totally. I'm pretty sure. See, this is what I know for a fact. The world government did not make the SSG and replace them with the warlords. And if they didn't know for a fact that the warlords was, I'm sorry, if they didn't know for a fact that the SSG people, if they didn't know for a fact that them people could be on par with the warlords, or at least at the same level, around that level, I'm talking about the high echelon, not the low echelon. Like, if they ain't thinking they got certain people that's at least fighting, I ain't saying they got people as strong as Mihawk, but they got somebody that at least could give Mihawk a high diff fight. People like that. People who might be close to power or maybe just as powerful as admirals. That's how I've been looking at the SSG. That's what I've been thinking about the SSG. I think it's a group of people. Even if you want to say it's a group of cyborgs, to me, you got what? To me, what is the different categories? I think to me it's you got the cyborg, you got android, and that's it. We can call cyborgs robots. So you got your cyborg, you got your android. So I want to be the android, right? The android is the human in metal fusion. That's the human and the cyborg fused together. So that's the android. That's so really, if you want to say it's a bunch of androids that's upgraded from cyborg, like they way more better than Kuma, and they might can do like stuff off of what's that movie? The Terminator's little android be how it melted, but it could reform his body. If you want to make it do stuff like that, if you want to make it just extra powerful, have extra powers, like something that could keep up with like some of the powerful members. I ain't saying like I keep saying, because I got specific opinions about certain warlord members. So I ain't saying they would be able to beat them, but at least be able, if you send one of them in, okay, you send one of them in or two of them in, and they give Mihawk a high deal fight to the point where you feel me? Yeah, he won, but dang, he ain't got that much in him. And then bam, you send the Admiral in. Well, of course you get Mihawk. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna put Admirals that far down or beating down or a battered tired Mihawk who came to you, who might, even if he could go, half of his power. Like Admiral, I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? Take more than half of Mihawk power to take down the Admiral, you feel me? Even though I know half of his power is admirable, you feel me? I love Mihawk, so I ain't gonna put him down. It's just, to me, that sounds perfect. I think the SSG, it got to be a group of people. Like, it ain't nothing else. I don't think it's no weapons. You feel me? Like, I just don't think that. Or you could give certain weapons to people. Like, it could be like a suit, like, German suit. Like, how they got their little suits and they get in their suits and they got special powers. It could be people like that. This the world government with Vegapunk behind them now. So, like, if they come out with this stuff with these people, which I know, I'm calling it now, and I'm gonna go back, and when it happens, I'm gonna be like, haha, I got it right, y'all, you feel me? I got it right. I know for a fact that it's gonna be a group of people. Like, it's gonna be a group of people. But what will these people have? Will they have special weapons, special suits, special powers? Who knows? But what I will go ahead and concrete now, these people are at least, I'm just putting them there, they are at least admiral level. And I know a lot of people don't be wanting to put so many, it's too many people, but I keep on, I know you probably heard me say this. If you watching my videos, you done heard me say this before, and you gonna hear me say this 1,000 times over again. Man, in my eyes, the One Piece world, they say they got 7 moons, man? 7, 8? I don't know how many moons. They got more than one. And if you telling me they got 7 or 8 or 6, you can tell me they got 3 moons. I definitely just think the One Piece world bigger than our world. And even if it was half the size of our world, that means I would still only take, our world probably got Man, Jesus, I wish I had people to look this type of stuff up, man. Like, hey, how many people our world got on it? I think I said this before, our world got about 7 billion people on it. So even if I want half that 3.54 billion, I wouldn't care how you want to put it. Like, if you want to tell me that it is 2 billion people on One Piece world, I'm not gonna let you. You can lowball it. You can say 100,000 for all I care. Yeah, I know you'll try to lowball it as much as possible, but I know what is real. So in reality, it's over billions of people on this world. So if it's a couple people that they done found or Vegapunk done created, which makes more sense, even if they was regular people, even if they did train, it could be one person out of every CP level, or it could be one person that they been training as admirals, and then he gave them power. Like, ain't nothing impossible when it comes down to the world of One Piece. But how I feel about SSG, if you really gonna have them be a threat, they not gonna be no vice admirals. Come on. Like, I think people can kind of agree with me there. Like, they ain't. This is a pillar that you're putting on to balance the power of the world, to balance everything, to make sure that they not gonna be no vice admirals. I definitely think, if I don't know how many members gonna be on there, what powers they gonna have. I'm not calling none of that. What I am calling is, I bet every member at least has admiral level powers. You feel me? They could keep up with admirals, and that's what you need going out into this front, dealing with the warlords. And now that's like the other half of this subject when you talking about SSG. Okay, you gotta talk about the warlords. When it come down to the warlords, like, I don't think I think they going after the warlords who got the big territory and got, they set up, and you feel me. I don't think they just, I don't know, I could be wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't know if I seen them say specifically like, oh well, we gonna specifically go after every single warlord, or if it's just like, okay, we know where certain of them at, so we just gonna go ahead and take them out. You feel me? However, so it go. I just don't feel like somebody like Buggy. You have to remember, Buggy became warlord just because they heard he was on Roger's crew. That fake clout type stuff. You know how Buggy and Usopp, they kind of the same. Like, yeah, I give Usopp a little more credit though. Buggy get his shine, and he really don't do nothing. Like, but you feel me? Like, I feel like somebody like Buggy, he runs before they even get there. He gets out of there, he gets away. And I don't know if the government just that pressed about finding him. Oh, we just gotta track down Buggy. I just don't see that. I just see them running him away though from the island that you own, that you sitting comfortably on. They ain't gonna let you just do that no more. Like, you gotta be on the run. You feel me? You just like any other pirate now who got a bounty. You gotta be on the run. You can't just sit in one place and be comfortable. And that's kind of how I'm looking at that. Like, yeah, they going out to capture these people because, yeah, we know where you at. So we gonna go ahead and go and come and get you. But at the same time, if they get away or this and that, I don't see them just putting in just the multiple resources, just track and hunt down all of them. No, it's like, yeah, you on the run. We see you. We gonna try to get you. But at the same time, you feel me? That's just what I'm looking at it. And I definitely ain't gonna go over all the warlords, because some warlords definitely don't even count. Like, to me, Law, like, he don't even count as a warlord. I definitely, he's the type of person I don't feel like that. You already going after Law, so it ain't really no even bigger point of going after him. The other dude, Weevil. Yeah, I feel like they could go after him, but at the same, like I said, he ain't even really even in one place. He traveling around, going coast to coast. So I see him like, oh, okay, we'll stop him from doing this. Like, first we was letting him get away with it, but we'll stop him from doing this. But if he went in hiding and this and that, what they look for him? I think the government look for all pirates. So that's not a big deal. Oh, because we looking for some pirates. No, but they gonna look for them pirates the same way they do to all these the rest of the pirates they've been doing. Look at how Luffy go around and about. Luffy can arrive at a city and town until somebody see that ship or see who he is and snitch on him. It's not they people just think, oh, yeah, yo, wanted sign up and see. I think y'all kind of get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they gonna chase after them because they know where they at right now. But if they do get out of there and get gone, it ain't gonna be just no, oh, we, stop everything. We just going after them. No, it ain't gonna be nothing like that. They just going to be on the run. When it come to somebody like Buggy, I definitely know he gonna get away. They want a lot of people want Buggy to get caught and have to go back to impale down, but Buggy got his mind together. I promise you, he is going to get away. If he leave the impale 6 prisoners there to fight for him, he gonna get away this time. So, but when you come to people like when you come to people like Mihawk, like you not about this. I don't care. People, yeah, people got their opinions, but I kind of don't care what nobody say about Mihawk. Mihawk, the type of person like if you told me Mihawk took down 2 admirals, I would not be mad at you. Like he one of them people like the man real life. He been a pirate, and I don't even know like. To me, Mihawk ain't even a pirate. He just is setting out to be the best swordsman just a pirate thing to do, or maybe Mihawk was attacking and slicing down even marine people on his venture to become the world's best swordsman. I don't know, like, cause like he has no crew. The man been by himself. Man been chilling. The man been in this field. Like this man don't got nobody behind him. He is the best swordsman in the world. Like, and I see the things that Zoro do. So it kind of like scared me for Mihawk. Cause like, I don't know. When I seen Zoro throw that slash at Kaido and Big Mom, like telling him move, like you don't want to get hit by that. That ain't no regular slash. That right there kind of showed me like, dang, like, yeah, of course I'm gonna hype Zoro up. Of course I'm gonna say he's super strong, but that kind of be putting me in perspective. Like, if I put Zoro against Mihawk right now, I know for a fact in my mind, and you might think different, but in my mind, I just think Mihawk would wipe the floor with Zoro. Maybe mid diff if you want to do it to the most, but it definitely wouldn't be no high diff fight. It'd be mid diff if you wanted to put it there. But to me, it wouldn't even get the mid diff. Like Zoro would do better, but nah, Mihawk would win, and that right there kind of like that pushes me even more to show me like Mihawk ain't no joke. Like I don't even know how y'all got somebody like him to be on their side. Like, I guess he was like, yeah, okay, if you don't want to chase me good and I listen to whatever you got to say, so long as you don't get in my way, I'm straight. That's how I look at Mihawk. Like, yeah, so you don't get in my way, you're good. I won't kill you. But it's like, they on the way. So that's why I said that about SSG, and that's why I always say I mumble on about a lot of things, but they'll connect back to each other. That's why I said that about SSG. You have to kind of realize, like, if you gonna have somebody to replace people like that, like, if you know everybody in there ain't like that, but Weevil is hella strong. I could see that myself. I ain't saying a lot of people want to say he Whitebeard's son. I ain't gonna say all that. He could be, he could not be. I ain't gonna say it. But I know he kind of strong. I know Jinbei hella strong. You got Doflamingo, Jesus, or Hardy. Like, you gonna have something to replace something like that. The government would have not did that unless they was 100% sure. Okay, when we replace them, we gonna have a force that not only do we control 100%, but we gonna have something that can face them and be able to keep up with them if need be. So now, boom, think about if we truly going after the ones who we know where they at and we want to capture them. Somebody like Mihawk, we definitely ain't talking about Buggy Boss Man, but somebody like Mihawk, okay, guess what? Now we gonna take like, if it's 8 or, I don't know how many Warlord members it was or how many it originally is. I think it was 8 Warlords. That's what I'm trying to think. I think it was 8 Warlords. If you want to say 10, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But I want to say it was 8 Warlords. But even if it's 8 SSG members or 10 SSG members, and even if you want to say, okay, we gonna take 3 of them with us, you feel me? Or we gonna take 4 of them with us, you feel me? Even if you want to say the SSG is like, they ain't admiral level, but they like right there, you feel me? They give admirals a low high deal fight. Like, it's a high deal, but it ain't as high. It ain't as scream. You feel me? Like, dang, it's like it's like I can still fight after I fought you, but Jesus, like, I might only got one more fight in me because like you took a little bit about me. You feel me? So you take 4 people like that to Mihawk Island, and you have them four fighting him, which to me, like, I'm sorry, Mihawk wins. But if I'm realistic, yeah, he win, but he ain't gonna. It ain't just gonna be that easy. Like it is gonna be easy, but it ain't gonna be that easy. He beats them, but after having to fight all four of these almost power admiral characters, and then I'm pretty sure you got thousands of other soldiers. Of course, they ain't none, but the thousands of them, and you feel me, having to fight. And I'm pretty sure this is how the military would do it. They so sniving and conniving. I can see it in them. So having to do all that, and then yeah, he would probably win, but then bam, sending the admiral. You feel me? Sending Kizaru out there. Yeah, or sending Green Bull out there, or sending Fujitora out there. Now, even if you want to say Mihawk at 50%, then like I said before, like Mihawk just not being that. No, I just don't see him being that one of them at just no 50%. I just don't. I mean, Mihawk's so powerful, and I think he would probably still make them go high diff win. That's how powerful I think he is with just half his power. I think he would still make them go for a high diff win, but he would not win. He wouldn't be able to beat them. They would win inevitably at the end of the day. So that's why I say when it comes to the SSG, I think they're gonna be more involved on going to get the warlords than we know. A lot of people is like, oh, well, they gonna send this admiral here and they're gonna send that admiral there. Is that wrong? No, but I don't think no one or two admirals can just go and handle the upper echelon of the warlords. That's just how I feel. And I think it's only like three of them. Like Doflamingo already locked up, Jinbei gone, Crocodile doing his thing, Gecko Moria with Blackbeard, Kuma already under their control. So you feel me? It's only Buggy. He is so irrelevant. Like you feel me? It's only like three of them that's really up there that I feel like okay, you gonna have to come with a little bit extra. So Weevil, I just feel like you gotta come with a little bit extra. But with Weevil, I feel like you could probably send one admiral and probably be done with it because I don't know Weevil's power. It could be better, but just for me and for how I feel, it's just like okay, send the admiral, send a couple other strong people, CP0, this and that, bam. But when you speaking on, now I'm gonna switch to Pope Boa because I ain't said nothing about my dog Boa yet. When you switch to somebody like Boa, listen, I keep on hearing a lot of people saying, "Oh, Boa gonna get captured." A lot of people like, yeah, it make a lot of sense for her to get captured. Well, what is sense at? Because of what? Because she's supposed to be getting over not liking man, or she's supposed to have character development. Listen, character development come from whooping ASS. That's where character development comes from. That's all the character development I need from Boa Hancock. I don't need her just getting captured no willy-nilly, especially if you only sending Kobe, and even if you want to say Fujitora. A lot of people want to be like, oh, well, send Fujitora with Kobe, or Fujitora going with Kobe because it's perfect, because he's blind, and he wouldn't fall for it. That's not what it's about. Do y'all understand? That's not Boa Hancock's only power, right? She just has that power. That's why I guess a lot of y'all missing. She just has that power to have that power, but that's not her only power. This lady, this is the same woman who was taking out PXs with just simple kicks. Like in PXs, if we don't remember, was taking out pre-time skip straw hats like it wasn't nothing. And I know a lot of people want to make it look like it's nothing now because we inside the new world genre, but I can promise you that if she doing all that with ease, it's plenty more stuff that she is doing with ease. They have been hyping Boa Hancock up, and I do not think for 1 minute that she does not have Conqueror's coating. Like they've been hyping her up on how she had Conqueror's hockey and how she the leader of the whole Kuja village, and she done taught them and she done did all that. Like they've been hyping Boa up. I'm not gonna be surprised if they give her Conqueror's coating. Now if they don't, I'm still not gonna be surprised. I always say this too. If the way Oda write that story, I'm gonna love it because he writes in a way that makes sense, and I love it. But this is all I gotta say about how I feel about this. If they give Boa Hancock Conqueror's coating, they don't beat her. Like, I'm sorry, they just don't. They just don't. Or either they have to send well of a more force than what y'all talking about to beat her. Even actually, you know what? Even if the force y'all talking about, you just talking about Fujitora and Kobe being the main outliners and going after Boa Hancock, and you mean even if she just had conquerors, she does have conquerors. So even if you talking about just that right now, I honestly think Boa does not lose. I don't care about all that Fujitora can't see her nonsense. 1-on-1 they fight. Okay, I do think that Fujitora could have the edge over Boa. I think that, but see, it's that thinking that gets me in thinking. Like when I think somebody can beat somebody, that mean outright. Every battle they going against, like 10 out of not really is to me like 9 out of 10 times you beating this person, or 8 out of 10 times you beating this person. That lets me know you are relatively more strong than this person. But when I look at Boa and Fujitora, I only give Fujitora, the only reason I'm giving it to him is because I might give him like 6 out of 10 times, so he might get the majority. But even when I look at it, like sometimes I'm thinking he might, like I might give it back to Boa, because like if Boa do got that Conqueror's coating, I definitely don't. For then it's like 7 or 10 for Boa if she got Conqueror's coating, but just the Conqueror's hockey itself. And then it's just her. I think just her Amazonians could handle any forces they send. Any forces they send, the Amazonians handle. It would take you to send way more vice admirals to her island to even stand a chance. So that's what I'm saying. Like when it come down to it, I definitely could see Boa winning pure out battle. That's why when I look at stuff like that, and I look at that the same way with Miho, you send, and then I be thinking, well, how you gonna send Fujitora to her if you ain't gonna, who you gonna send? What, Green Bull or Kizaru to me? Man, I'm sorry, but if you ain't sending no swordsman, then don't send no admiral to Green Bull better be a swordsman or sword, or Kizaru better use that light sword. If you ain't sending no swordsman, then you might as well just say you X'd out the period anyway with Mihawk. That's just how I feel. Like that's the strength and power that I give and respect for Mihawk. So that's why I definitely feel, and I'm gonna stick to my word, that I definitely feel that the SSG is full of people who, if not right under the admirals, like right, not vice admiral. No, we talking about like that. Like if the admirals 100%, these people is 95%. You feel me? And the vice admirals is 60% lower. You feel me? These people 95%. So if not that, then they is on the same terms of the admirals. Like they got powers that could compare to admirals, you feel me, or Yonko commanders. That's the SSG, something that could actually hold a foot place in being the balance of the world while still under world government. That makes the most sense to me. So then you take that. I don't think it's everybody think it's gonna be just these individual admirals. I just, for at least for Weevil, Mihawk, and Boa. Everybody else, you can go ham and go wild. You know, if you think Doflamingo gonna escape from Impel Down, or however else you feel about anything else, I don't. You think Gecko Moria gonna join Blackbeard? I don't care how you feel about nothing else. But even in, you know what, even if you want to take Weave out there, because I don't even know too much about Weave, and I don't really, I love One Piece and every character in it, but Weave will probably be towards the bottom. But when we is definitely talking about Boa Hancock and Mihawk, two people who I just feel, I know for a fact Mihawk got Conqueror's coating now. If Zoro got it, any swordsman that got something, I know Mihawk got it, and there ain't nothing you gonna tell me that's different from that. If any swordsman can do it, Mihawk can do it. He the best swordsman in the world, and that's just what it is. So if I see that Zoro, see, I didn't know that at first, but see, now that I know that Zoro got it, I know for a fact Mihawk got it. So Mihawk, I know, got Conqueror's coating. But now it's like, well, Bohawk, do you got Conqueror's coating? I think she got Conqueror's coating with how Oda been hyping her up, even when it was her arc and what she was doing back then. Like, you feel me? Luffy just proved himself to her. But if Luffy would have fought Boa Hancock 1-on-1, I'm sorry, Boa probably would beat Luffy back then, because Boa was on a different level, and I bet she done got even stronger from then. And with Conqueror's coating, oh man, I could keep repeating myself a bit. I be wanting people to understand, like, when you looking at this, it gotta be realistic. So if you gonna speak on the SSG, you gonna speak on what could they be and what could they do. You can't just say, oh, the SSG, they might be on par with some of the warlords. Or no, I think all the SSG got the same strength within themselves. You might have a ranking system. Sometimes older like to do the ranking system. So you might have number 8 and number 7. You feel me? And it might go down to the toughest one. We might do something like that, and then the toughest one might be like on Yonko Commander, or number 1, 2, and 3 might be like Yonko Commander level. But that's how I feel about the SSG. I feel like this is a group of people who either trained for this, or got made for this, or trained and got artificial stuff put in them to make them even better for this. This is something that they were cultivated to do by the world government, and Vegapunk had his hands in it. We all know. So that's why I say they was probably, they could have trained, but Vegapunk did something to them to make them even more powerful. And these are people who are no slackers. They rather, like I keep saying, they rather up on them admirals, or they got admiral power. That makes the most sense to me. Because now, when you saying I'm going to get Mihawk, I got 3 or 4 people who dang near as powerful, if not on par with admiral, with me, along with a real admiral, along with somebody like me. Kobe ain't with going after Mihawk, but somebody like Kobe. Kobe is somebody that I kind of respect, like who might be powerful enough to help you out. You feel me? So somebody like Kobe. Then if you say a team like that took down Mihawk, I'll be satisfied. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, this like that mean he faced dang near 5 admirals. And then even then you gonna have to tell me that it took them. If they get them, you gonna have to tell me it took a long time. You ain't gonna tell me it took no short time. You're gonna have took a long time if they get them. Now if they don't get him, you feel me, because he had to escape or something because they was too powerful, I'm fine with all that, you feel me? But don't tell me they just went in and got him. That's not happening. We all know that's not happening. But I'm just saying that makes more sense. I'd be okay with this because now that makes sense. I'm going to look at it like, oh, okay, yeah. He fought over 5. That's like fighting 5 admirals. Oh yeah. Now I would love to see how many people win just against 5 admirals and you by yourself. Yeah, okay. Now you making sense. Okay. If you say we got 3 of them plus Kobe plus Fujitora, and then now we went to Amazonia Island, and yeah, then we beat Boa Hancock. Then I'd be like, oh, okay, then that's like fighting 4 admirals, and you got Kobe with you. Like, that makes sense to me that okay, you got these people dang near or is on the same power as admirals with you, helping you fight against these people who I just feel like, yeah, that's why y'all, like Boa Hancock said, why you think they made us warlords in the first place? Cause we strong, boss man. that was not no understatement. That was real. That was real. Like, cause we is strong. Like, boy, we is so strong. They know they needed us. So I would like to say it's gonna be like it's so many thousands of ways it could work out, and it's like you could never pinpoint how it's gonna work out. You feel me? As for now, only thing we know is Kobe going after Boy. A lot of people want to say somebody with him, but if somebody ain't with him, they definitely not getting her. We know that, right? Like, come on. I mean, well, if you want to say Kobe will beat her, then that's on you. But I definitely know Bo is a vet in this field. She's a veteran. Like, no, so it's an admiral there, or is no admiral there, and 5 SSG members, or 4 SSG members. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Maybe it's not admiral there, but it's 4 people who are dang near as powerful, or it is as powerful. You feel what I'm saying? That makes sense, okay? It ain't just Kobe, but it wasn't a real admiral. It's 4 people who got the power of food. It's 4 Fujitoras there. You feel what I'm saying? That would make sense to me. That I would totally get that then if you say that went to the island and tried to take the island over. But I would never be surprised if you also, okay, if you only sent Fujitora and Kobe, then to me the outcome is they get ran away from the island. To be honest, they gonna have to leave and come back with more forces. That's the only way. Like, no, I'm sorry, I don't think Fujitora, and even though sometimes I would give Fujitora the edge, sometimes I would give Fujitora the edge over Boy. It's just when I look at the scenario and I look at the troops and I look at the island within itself, like, well, to be real with you, let's just say, I'm just put this in perspective, let's just say you bought 10,000 soldiers. Kobe, Fujitoro. 10,000 soldiers. And when you bring in 10,000 soldiers, bro, it's not that many vice admirals. So, I'm sorry. And then they ain't showing nobody important. So, we just going off of just this. So, I ain't gonna even say that. We just going off of just this. You bought 10,000 soldiers, Kobe, and Fujitoro. To me, I seen the island in Amazon. So if it's 10,000 or more of them, to be real with you, I think it could be at least 100,000 people on the island. That was a lot of people. So and that's an island. That could be like Hawaii. So however many people in Hawaii. Somebody look that up for me too. But you got that many people on this island, and all of them are just as strong. I know all the Amazonians are strong, just as strong as a vice admiral, and that's a problem because your 10,000 troops that you brought, I promise you, that's going to be dwindled quickly. Messing with the Amazonians, that's going to be dwindled quickly. I don't see, even if you did bring all, and you would have to, because I know there's not no 10,000 vice admirals, bro. Nobody's in this store going to tell me that. So you would have to bring all the vice admirals, and then even I feel like even if you did that, unless you bring a guard with you, they don't beat the Amazonians. The two sisters themselves, I feel like could handle most of the vice admirals. So then you would have even if you was able to stake out a little bit long enough, Boa Hancock could pretty much hold her own. I know even if I give Fujitoro the edge, he ain't doing it easily. She would hold her own enough alone to the point that you got nobody else to fight with you. You're dead. So I know people gonna look at it please give me your opinion, but that's just how I'm looking you're dead. You can't. Her whole island is full of powerful people who could easily take down vice admirals. Okay, but how do you fix that problem? Okay, if I got 5 SSG members with me, plus Kobe, plus a few vice admirals, plus Fujitoro, then boss lady, the 5 SSG members, then you can see in One Piece is always quality over quantity. I think Oda Ben done knocked that frame in us. It's always quality over quantity. You can be one man, but if you one man and your hockey can knock out 50,000 people out of 100,000, then they really wasn't bouncing like that. You feel me? It's the quality of the person that make it up. It don't matter how many people you got. So if you got 5 people who is just as strong as admirals, but then you only got, you feel me, a couple, I ain't gonna say a couple 100,000, but you got thousands on thousands of people who is admiral, who is about vice admiral, they strong, but they ain't up there like you gotta consider the gap between y'all, they power is considerable. So that's just like, oh my, I be trying to put it in a way, but that's the same. It's just like Luffy. He roped up. There's 100,000 people, and yeah, they all charging and doing all that. But if I can instantly knock out 50,000 of y'all, you feel me? Luffy could, and Luffy could have knocked out all of them. He just chose not to. That's not canon, but I just feel like that. I feel like he left something for everybody else to fight. But sorry, get off a little off topic. The SSG, that's just how I feel that. And if they not used in that way, if Oda takes it a whole nother way around and does something totally different, then I'm fine with it. Like I say, Oda gonna write in a way, but it's just, to me, I just don't see you sending no one admiral after people like them. And then once you send 2 admirals, then there's only one more left because there's only 3 admirals. So it's you gonna have to at least send 2 after Mihawk, even if you only send 1 after Boa. So even if you do it like that, I just don't know. Even with Mihawk, I kind of see Mihawk I ain't gonna leave my island just because y'all chasing after me. And then you gotta send all 3 admirals, or you gotta send the 5 or 6 of the SSG. You gotta send these people who got powers of the admiral to maybe weaken them down first, so then maybe we can scam off and get them to run, or maybe we can actually beat him and trap him and get him in. That's the only way I see it making sense, because 1 admiral, 2 admirals, I just don't see capturing Mihawk. Even if you want to say he just don't beat him, then I just don't see them capturing him. It would take all 3 admirals. But then if you send all 3 admirals to go get Mihawk, then you're not capturing Boa, because you're gonna need at least an admiral to capture her. So, and then you got all the other warlords, and then you got stuff going on with Yonko. So if somebody, which is always always somebody like Blackbeard who I feel like would be the person to find out that, oh, all 3 admirals going, y'all only got the fleet admiral there. Yeah, I can honor you strong, but you ain't taking on everybody in the Blackbeard crew. It's just not happening. Like it's just realistic stuff that I know the One Piece people looking at themselves. So it's like, they not gonna send. I know they not about to send all 3 admirals just to take down one person, leaving themselves unshackled. Or even if they sent all 3 admirals out, then that means somebody would have to be there protecting the whole world government. Somebody strong enough to protect against somebody like the uncle, or at least be there for them so they could, you feel me, stuff like that. That's why I say the SSG gotta be a group of people that around that admiral level, or even some of them might be on the uncle commander level, like people who are truly extremely powerful, either by their own training or their training and being modified with Dr. Vegapunk. It got something to do with that mix and match. You feel me? And then because they wouldn't have took out them warlords, and they wouldn't have got rid of warlord system. Even though them warlords ain't listen sometimes, they wouldn't have got rid of that if they didn't have a power to strictly put in the position to help them keep away for the Yonko. And that's the last thing I say with the Yonko. Like, it kind of made me happy because I'm like, yeah, that put me more like, to me, that kind of concreted. Like, everything I said, that concretes to me what I feel about the Yonko. The Yonko are, they more than just, it's just like, you know what? Yeah, they more than it, but at the same time, they is they name. Like, the Yonko, like, they the 4 emperors for a reason. Like, they name ain't just they name, but it's they name. Like, I don't know if you get that, but it's like, messing with a Yonko ain't no dilly-dallying thing. A Yonko is like so powerful to the point where you need the help, because if not, the one Yonko could relatively take over the world if you're not careful. That's how powerful the Yonko are. So I really love like that. I feel that fact that, yeah, the Yonko are different. They totally different, and this is why they needed warlords, but got rid of warlords so they get the SSG. But this is why I know the SSG ain't gonna about to be no weaklings or nobody who can't keep up the step, because these about to be somebody who gonna help keep the foothold of the balance of the world. So I hope y'all enjoyed me rambling on. I really want to get that all out there. And y'all please tell me, give me your thoughts. I always love it. I always listen to the comments, and I'm always going to give them a shout out. Like, subscribe. Hope to see y'all again.